Okay, a second question. What kind of employment did you have or do you have, and how did your work impact how you think about aging?
Work impacted my aging with a whole lot of arthritis.
Oh,
You just seen her walk over Mummy, yeah?
yes.
I was the caretaker for the Hamilton Wentworth District School Board. And before that, I was a waitress, and I didn't realize that all that physical work I've done was going to impact my senior years.
How has your profession as a nurse impacted how you think about aging?
Actually, I don't know. Aging I think, is always a part of life. I used to think of my mom as an old person, but now I'm in her age group, and I don't think I am old.
And what kind of employment do you have?
I'm a lawyer. I have a general practice, but mostly in the personal injury field. I've been doing a ton of real estate lately because we do a lot in the summer.
In the beginning, I was in the armed forces, around a lot of big guns. That ruined my ears. A metal worker, iron worker, doing welding.
Wow.
That killed my lungs.
Wow. That's tough.
I'm a lawyer. I've been practicing general law for many years now, and still practicing. I share my workload with my daughter, who's my assistant, and we get along great. And I'm doing easy things that I enjoy. I don't go to court anymore, so I've given up the stressful aspects of my practice.
I've been in the film business for, oh my God, nearly 40 years. And my background was economics, and I worked in the city of San Francisco as a transport economist. But I hated it, and I wanted to come back and work in the film business. 40 years. This is the first time I've stopped working, literally, you know. I work too much.
I had various jobs. I became a social worker, director of program, and I'm able to deal now that I'm retired. I'm able to talk with officials at any level. I think that being out in the world and being active keeps you younger, keeps you thinking, because your mind continually finds problems to resolve.
I teach back home in Women University, and I'm a researcher also. I'm into academics, that's it. This is my work, my passion. The Women University I used to work for is really into empowering women, especially rural women from Sudan.
Previously, I was a medical transcriptionist, and then the last 15 years, an outpatient clinic that had to do primarily with workers' compensation or car accidents. How does it impact how I do things now? I'm really organized person. I'm very much a linear thinker, and I'm very organized.
I'm a historian. I was a professor at McMaster, and naturally, aging, looking at how people lived 100, even 50 years ago, but 100 years ago, it has an impact on how I think about it. We live too long for starters. I think the anthropologist would tell you that we're done by 50 in terms of walking and all those things that we do as a normal procedure.
What kind of employment did you or do you have?
I refuse to answer that question because it would perpetuate a stereotype. There are many members of society, and especially myself being a mother, whose work is not financially compensated, I should say. Being gainfully employed is not the sine qua non of society.
I was a registered nurse, clinical nurse practitioner, specialist, and nephrology educator. I tend to think in very broad terms, quite scientific, and it still impacts my daily life.
That's true.